Hi, who am I here with and what'd you do?
I am Chester Henson, and I got second place at the Goodlettsville, Tennessee Regional, playing my poverty deck, Tenpai.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, so for the monsters, 3 Padra, I guess. This card's crazy. Basically, if anybody that doesn't know, when it's normal or special, you get to add or set spell and trap Sangin. 3 Chandra. This card is ridiculous. Being able to like summon guys on the damage steps, they can't like ogre, ash, or anything like that. It's insane. And then like as an extender, like like this card's crazy. 2 Fadra. This is all pretty standard. You don't need more than 2. Less than 2 is not enough. So I wouldn't change that. For my non-engine monsters, 3 Druids and 1 Magnamut. The reason I did this was because they're level 6 and they're dragons, so they let you not link climb, but synchro into your level 10s without having to go through Bident. And Druids is really good because you're able to synchro climb and then send monsters. So like while you're like advancing your game state, you're dealing with problem cards on your opponent's side of the field. Like this was really good versus like Ubel and like Snake Eyes and stuff for being able to chain block. And then when I get to my extra deck, this also is pretty relevant. And I also play other stuff that kind of complements these. So these were pretty good for me today.
The problem solver, huh?
The problem solver. Oh yeah. 2 Mourner. This card was pretty good. There's not really much to say about that card. 3 Ash. It's 3 Ash. 3 Shifter. This card was pretty crazy. I mean, people know what this card does, but it's cool because like you can shifter your opponent, and then if you have like a Bestial, you like banish it. And if you have another one of these, you can just like shifter them again. So like it kind of like makes your Bestials live if you're playing against a deck that doesn't have Light and Darks. This card was pretty good. So
do you think like Shifter should be like mained?
Yeah, I guess that just really depends on like the meta. Like in a regional, I probably shouldn't have made this because I didn't play. I played against like Snake Eyes and stuff, but like they just like make their like little soft board, and it's like you can hardly kill them through it. You have to have like crazy amount of non-engine. But this is like crazy versus voiceless, which is like one of your hardest matchups. That and like Ubel, but like this is not very good against that deck. But this card was pretty good. That's it for the monsters. Spells, 3 Kaiman. This card's E-Telly on crack. This card is probably just the best card of the deck. There'd be times where I would just like activate this and then normal Hydra and then just reduce their life points to 0. Like this card is just absolutely crazy. It got ogre a couple times today, but it didn't really matter. 1 Terraforming, 3 Prosperity. This card doesn't really matter. People play Desires and this, but it doesn't make any sense. Like this card is just crazy. You can still win under this card. So yeah. 3 Chalice. This isn't really standard in a lot of lists. Some people play Forbidden Drop It, but you can't drop it under Shifter. So I didn't want to play non-engine that didn't work under Shifter. And this one was pretty good. It's really bad into Voiceless, but that matchup's already bad enough. So this card was pretty good for me today, though. Definitely would consider it moving forward still. 1 Called By, 1 Set Rotation. Shout out to my round 7 opponent, where this card's just ridiculous. It's just some more copies of your field spell, and I guess like Snake Eyes, like Divine Temple is like their way of like keeping themselves alive. You just like turn it off by activating this card. This card was pretty good for me. 1 Way Where There's a Will. Now this card is absolutely insane. Shout out to my round 8 opponent playing Ubel. The second effect where you like if you excavate 9 or more, you get to like shuffle your opponent's cards and stuff in the graveyards into the deck, which I did get to resolve against him, which was kind of nice. This card was just really good. It's just another Prosperity. And it's just an extra target for set rotation. This card is absolutely insane. I probably wouldn't play any other field spell. Just another consistency card going second. That's it for the spells, traps, 3 Imperm, and then the Rivalry. I never really activated this card, so I probably am taking this out. It wasn't really necessary. Clean 40. That's it for the main deck. Side deck, 2 Lightning Storm, 3 Cosmic. Your worst matchup's Labyrinth. I didn't play any today, but these are good. Also, skill drain's a problem because it still negates your guys under your own field spell. So, Secret Village. This card, in theory, is really good, but it never really worked out for me. I'd rather just make the other board that I was doing. So this is probably not gonna. This is probably coming out in the future. 3 Santa Claus. This card was really good. A lot of people play like Fucho and stuff, like when you shifter, like Snake Eyes, like they summon Fucho. Well, they do the ensemble, but there's other cards that answer that. But this, like Fucho, outs it, and then against like Voices, it can tribute over the Skull Guardian or like U-Bell. This card was pretty good. I won me a couple games. So yeah, it's pretty good. It's also summons in defense, rather than the Kaijus where they're in attack mode. So like you're like if you have just Chundra, you have to do like a weird play where you have to summon the green out to prevent your Chundra from dying. And it's not really ideal, but you don't have to do that if you have this in defense. So this card is just better. 3 Nib, this card was crazy. Probably should have mained it. And then Heat Wave, the most degenerate card in my side deck, or in my deck in general. Anytime I drew this card, I won. Yeah, there's not much to say about it, really. It's Heat Wave. There was a couple times where like, I Heat Waved them and like, they like, de-barriered me. But like, it just didn't matter because like, I have like 4 guys, and they just die anyways. My extra deck, this Spatter. This card's really nice with my Bestials. So I can like banish my Magma with Druid Swarm and then like make this because it's a dragon. So like I get to bring back Magma, get follow up, and like do a bunch of stuff, and then like banishing my my opponent's cards, and then like being able to turn its other effects on, and like the negating effects. This card came up once today against Snake Eyes. It was really good. Meteor Burst. This card's crazy. This is how you play around Ash with just Chundra. You like Chundra, attack, summon Hydra, add Kaiman, make this, and then activate Kaiman, and they just die. So this card was really good. Came up a couple times. Chaos Angel. This is not really standard in a lot of extra decks. It's cool because the Bestials help make this. So like you can Druid Swarm, send a monster, and then this banish a card. And it's 35. It's huge. Makes your Synchros not be able to do, or your monsters not die by battle. This card was pretty good. Some of that once, I believe. Crystal Wing with the Zolkin package. I don't play the Black Wing. The Black Wing's not good enough. This card's just better. They think you're going to summon the Black Wing, so they don't nib you before this, and then you just summon that, and they just can't nib you. It didn't really come up, but I did summon this quite a few times today. So yeah, it's pretty good. I also don't play the Link package. The Link package is just useless. If play against like someone who knows what they're doing, they just do it in the battle phase. So yeah, on Trident, you need this card to stop playing. Like really, people, get this card. Like you need it.
Ask your friend.
Yes, yeah, ask your friend. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. This card was crazy. Transcendent Dragon. This card's also crazy. Black Rose. Shout out to my round 5 opponent. Blew his entire board up for his own career. 2 Bidents. Hita for the Secret Village combo. SP, never summoned it, and then Seal, which is ridiculous card.
So do you have any shout outs?
Shout out to the Kentucky boys, Eli for getting 3rd. Shout out to the man behind the camera, Connor Wesley. Shout out to my boy Eric for being my emotional support today, talking all that crap he's doing today. Shout out to Justin Singh. Shout outs to, yeah, I think it's it.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like and subscribe.